Hazrat Ali radiallahu anhu lesson that will remove your fear of learning forever. What if I told you that the most powerful words a student can say are "I don't know"? This story will change how you see knowledge forever. A student feels ashamed in front of his teacher, but one story about Hazrat Ali radiallahu anhu turns his embarrassment into strength. If you've ever felt stupid for asking a question or silent because of fear, this message is for you. Stay till the end, because this lesson might unlock the door to your greatest growth. The evening sky above the small madrasa was painted in shades of gold and purple as the sun slowly disappeared behind the date palm trees. The courtyard was quiet, except for the soft sound of a fountain and the distant call of birds returning to their nests. Inside one of the old classrooms, a young student named Zaid sat alone, his books spread before him, yet his eyes were not reading. His heart was heavy, and his mind was restless. Zaid was known as a bright student. He memorized quickly, spoke well, and asked intelligent questions. But today, his confidence was shattered. Earlier in the lesson, the teacher had asked a simple question about a concept they had studied many times. Zaid knew the answer once, but today his mind went blank. The silence in the room felt unbearable. Other students looked down. Some whispered. Zaid's face burned with shame. When the teacher gently moved on, Zaid felt as though a door inside him had closed. After the class ended and students left one by one, Zaid remained seated, pretending to organize his books. He did not want to face the teacher. He felt embarrassed, small, and afraid that his teacher now thought less of him. Finally, he gathered his courage and stood to leave, but a calm voice stopped him. "Zaid," the teacher said softly, "come and sit." The teacher, Sheikh Umar, was a man with a gentle face and deep eyes that carried the wisdom of years. He had taught students for decades, yet his humility was greater than his knowledge. Zaid walked slowly and sat across from him, his head lowered. "Why are you sad?" the teacher asked. Zaid hesitated, then spoke with a trembling voice. "Ustad, I feel ashamed. I did not know the answer today. Everyone was looking at me. I thought knowledge was my strength, but I felt empty." Sheikh Umar smiled, not with mockery, but with warmth. "Do you know," he said, "that what you felt today is the beginning of true knowledge?" Zaid looked up, confused. The teacher leaned back and said, "Let me tell you a story. It is a story my teacher told me, and his teacher before him. Through it, you will understand the words of Hazrat Ali, radiallahu anhu. If you don't know a thing, never hesitate or feel ashamed to learn it." The room felt quieter, as if the walls themselves were listening. "Many years ago," the teacher began, "there lived a young man named Salman in Kufa. He was sharp-minded and proud of his intelligence. People praised him for his quick answers and strong memory. Wherever he went, he carried himself like a cup already full. He believed ignorance was a weakness, and admitting "I don't know" was a humiliation." Zaid listened closely. One day, the teacher continued, Salman heard that Hazrat Ali, radiallahu anhu, the Lion of Allah, was teaching in the mosque. Salman went there, not as a student, but as an observer, confident that he already knew enough. The mosque was filled with seekers of knowledge, young and old, rich and poor. Hazrat Ali sat humbly, dressed simply, yet his presence filled the space with dignity. When someone asked a question, the teacher said, Hazrat Ali answered with clarity and depth. When another asked something complex, he explained patiently. But then a man stood up and asked a question so detailed and unusual that many people whispered among themselves. The room went silent. Zaid leaned forward. Hearing the question, Sheikh Umar said, Hazrat Ali paused. He reflected. Then he said words that shocked many people. "I do not know. Let me learn before I answer." Zaid's eyes widened. The mosque was silent, the teacher said. Some people felt uncomfortable. Salman felt confused. How could the cousin of the Prophet, the gate of knowledge, say, "I do not know"? The teacher's voice grew deeper. Hazrat Ali then sent for someone who knew that matter better. He listened carefully, asked questions, and learned openly, without pride, without fear. Then he turned back to the people and said, "Now I can answer." And he explained it beautifully. Salman felt something break inside him that day. After the gathering, Sheikh Umar continued. Salman followed Hazrat Ali and asked him, "Oh, Amul Mumineen, why did you not answer immediately? People look up to you." Hazrat Ali smiled and said, "If knowledge makes me arrogant, it becomes ignorance. And if ignorance makes me humble, it becomes a door to knowledge." Zayd felt his chest tighten. From that day, the teacher said Salman changed. He began asking questions without fear. What he did not know, he admitted it. His learning deepened, and his heart softened. He realized that shame does not come from not knowing. Shame comes from refusing to learn. Sheikh Umar paused and looked at Zayd gently. "Tell me, my son, what did you feel today?" Zayd swallowed. "I felt small, like everyone saw my weakness." The teacher nodded. "And what if that weakness is actually an invitation from Allah?" Zayd's eyes filled with tears. "Knowledge," the teacher continued, "is not a trophy for the proud. It is a trust given to the humble." Hazrat Ali, radiallahu anhu, taught us that saying "I don't know" is not defeat, it is honesty. And honesty is beloved to Allah. The silence in the room felt warm now, not heavy. "Let me tell you one more part of the story," Sheikh Umar said. Years later, Salman became a teacher. One day, a student asked him something he did not know. Salman smiled and said, "Today you have taught me the most important lesson, how much I still need to learn." And his students loved him more for it. Zayd wiped his tears. "Ustad," he said softly, "will people respect me if I admit I don't know?" Sheikh Umar smiled. "Those who seek truth will respect you. Those who seek pride never mattered." The teacher stood and placed his hand on Zayd's shoulder. Never feel ashamed to learn. Even the greatest among us learned by first admitting they did not know. Hazrat Ali, radiallahu anhu, showed us that humility is the key that unlocks wisdom. The call to Maghrib echoed through the air. Zayd felt lighter, as if a burden had been lifted from his soul. For the first time, he understood that ignorance was not darkness. It was the space where light could enter. As they walked toward the mosque together, Zayd felt a new kind of courage growing inside him. The courage to ask, the courage to learn, and the courage to say without fear or shame, "I don't know, teach me." And in that courage, he found the true meaning of knowledge. If this story touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who feels afraid to learn or ask questions. Knowledge grows when shared, just like light spreads in darkness. Comment below what lesson you learned today, and let us grow together, humbly, honestly, and for the sake of Allah.